Commander, Admiral Anderson is available in the war room on...
Okay, I was just there. Thanks for waiting for me to walk all the way out to the bridge. I could swear that I just talked to him, but we're gonna make sure. Because we don't want to miss any, prompts.
Shepard. I was hoping you'd check in again.
You okay?
Been putting my old academy training to use. Organizing the resistance. You know, you've got quite a fan club back here. Any news we hear about the Normandy gives hope to the guys in the trenches.
I know what that's like, fighting in the dark. I'm glad we're making a difference.
It's more than that. A lot of these people have never held a gun in their life. When they heard that you managed to get the Turians and Krogan to cooperate, that was a shot in the arm, Shepard. Of the one thing we're in short supply around here. Faith. That any of us will live to see another day.
How bad is it?
It could be worse, but not much.
Can you still coordinate any kind of counterattack?
We're hitting the Reapers every chance we get. Mostly guerrilla-style hit-and-runs. But it's not enough. It's time we started focusing our efforts.
Where?
London. Something big is happening there. Our networks in the UK say the Reapers have arrived in huge numbers.
I don't like the sound of that. Any more details?
No. And that scares the hell out of me.
Well, the Crucible will scare the hell out of the Reapers.
We're counting on it. Oh, and Shepard, I meant what I said earlier about Kai Lang. The Reapers may seem like our biggest threat, but take it from me. Lang is a vicious bastard. Don't underestimate him.
Noted.
Then I'll let you get back to it. We need whatever good news you can send our way. Anderson out.
Okay, so that was a new conversation. Oh, I guess it would help if my chat window was up, eh? So I can see what y'all are saying.
Commander Shepard.
Westmoreland.
Unread messages at your private terminal, Commander.
Okay, what do we got? Memorial from Ashley Williams. Okay, so Ashley wants to see me. Miranda wants to see me. Garrus wants to see me. We're headed for all the fun stuff. Let's see, Samara. Front lines, huh? Okay. Let's see. Sorry, High Command has assigned my squad to support you. Okay. Oh. And now we get to the message from our girlfriend. I need an excuse to tear myself away from all these monitors. Come see me the next time we dock on the Citadel. Bow chicka bow wow. Javik, his usual cheery self. Specialist trainer. Blah blah. Okay. Cool. Lots to do there. Does she have anything new to say to me?
The Crucible Project received some new tech from the Asari government.
I'm glad they've decided to help the war effort.
Everybody has to fight now, no matter how pretty you are. I learned that the hard way.
Okay, so I think we can just go to the Citadel at this point. We can probably just do all the fun stuff first, and then, okay. I think I click on the fleet, if I remember right. And then what is supposed to happen after that? Perseus Vale, Geth Dreadnought. You know what, dudes? I think we're just gonna go ahead and do our Citadel fun run right now. Why not? Oh, why not? Get ourselves out of here. Mass relays down here. Oh, I guess we were supposed to scan there where Masana is. Oops. We'll have to come back later. Fuel depot around here? No, of course not. Is there one? I know there's one in the DMZ. We're gonna go there first just because I can't remember if there's a fuel station where the Citadel is. We're gonna make a little loop around. Take the scenic route, guys. Because I know there's a fuel depot here. Bingo. Bingo, because we don't want to go bingo on fuel. No, we do not. Yeah, see? There's not a fuel depot here. See? I don't think we want to do any of these things, because that's the Citadel party. That's Omega. And this is Leviathan, so we're gonna go up here.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
Let's go to the embassies. Let's start with Javik.
Need to get to the embassies. Navigation is becoming increasingly difficult due to the number of refugee ships in the docking area.
There's Javik.
Hell of a view, isn't it?
During our war, this place became a myth to my people. A dream glimpsed only in the memory shards. The Citadel was both the heart of our civilization and its demise.
The Reapers hit here first, didn't they?
No one I knew had ever seen the Citadel. To be here now, I don't know what to think.
It might not seem like much, but a Prothean is standing on the Citadel alive. That's a victory in itself.
Perhaps. When things were at their darkest, we used to tell stories, imagining the wonders of this place. The seat of our empire. The power to sway worlds. The galaxy belonged to us.
Nowadays, a lot of races have embassies here.
It's true then. You share power with the rest?
It's not perfect, but it's kept the peace. Most of the time.
Pardon me. This one has been listening. This one suspects you are a Prothean.
He just straight up pokes the guy.
Ehana, I remember your kind when you were still minnows in the ocean.
This one is unworthy. This one has seen the face of an enkindler.
They consider your kind to be their gods.
A pity we did not teach them to speak better.
You're really a Prothean?
I am.
But if you lost the last war, what hope do we have?
For many, there may be no
Always straight up.
hope. The Reapers killed trillions in my cycle. The odds of being among the...
I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah, let's not destroy their
But
spirits.
you are still alive now. That alone is a miracle. And you still have the power to fight. My people knew your kind when you were young. Turian, Asari, Hana. There was potential in all of you. Now you must seize that potential and become the weapon you are meant to be. The weapon that tells the Reapers we are not machines. We are alive, and we will fight back.
That's better.
Thank you. That meant a lot. Commander Shepard, it must be an honor to have a Prothean fighting alongside you.
He's a good guy.
He's starting to learn his way around. Javik is one of the best soldiers I've ever seen.
The commander is a capable warrior as well, for a human who once lived in
Gee,
caves.
thanks, pal.
Thank you, Commander. I've enjoyed my time here, walking among the young. I will see you back on the Normandy.
Thanks, broski. He's touchy, but I like him.
Cerberus attempts to take control of the Citadel have failed, and CSEC forces
How do I bring the map up? There we go. Let's see. Samara is in the embassy offices right nearby, so let's go see her.
After obtaining a cure to the genophage, Krogan leaders have announced an alliance with the Turian military.
Perhaps you could send the girl to your side of the family.
Are you kidding? My family disowned me when I married Miota. Wanna guess why?
Oh my.
They'd be happier to see those Cerberus assholes than they would be to see me.
We're not going in there yet. Okay, wait. Did I go the wrong way? I did. So, the same side. In here, perhaps? I keep hitting the freaking save button. Oh my god, I gotta quit doing that. Or my quick saves are gonna be useless. She's down here. Derp to derp. Walked right past her. There she is.
Takes heavy losses. Turian troops have been bolstered by Krogan support on
I hoped you'd come. I won't remain here much longer.
What are you doing on the Citadel, Samara?
I suppose I came to say goodbye. Falair is safe, and Rila is at rest. I felt the need to speak to you before heading to battle. I want you to know there is no one else I'd rather see leading us in our last hours.
Oh, heavy.
We'll make the galaxy proud. The largest fleet in history is already on our side.
It is impressive. Most would have deemed such an alliance impossible. But Shepard, be sure to assess your force's strengths and weaknesses before setting out.
What are the other Justicars doing for the war?
Most have made it home. They will attempt to hold Thessia. With the odds we face, it's possible our order will no longer exist after this war.
There's that few of you?
Our numbers were never great. We must prepare to sacrifice ourselves, if that is what's required.
You know, I never asked you if your code has anything useful on fighting Reapers.
Treat them as any other enemy. Show no quarter, mercy, or weakness. The only difference is the scale of our foe. The code is too strict to account for such small discrepancies.
But what do you think?
Is that how you see it too?
You yourself killed a Reaper on the Citadel, and then another on Tuchanka. I can only follow such bravery.
Will Falair be all right in the monastery? Or what's left of it?
We spoke for some time. It won't be easy. But if there is a way to survive, Falair will find it. It was good to see her again. Perhaps it's unseemly for a Justicar to dwell so much on her family.
Well, I, for one, am glad you still have one.
I'm just happy things worked out.
I was fortunate that Falair saw things so clearly. And it would have turned out quite differently without your intervention. Thank you.
Good luck out there, Samara.
You as well. I don't know if you believe in such things, but Goddess go with you, Shepard. We'll both be tested in fire, soon enough.
Krogan leader Erdnot Rex stated that his support of the
Yep,
Turians
that's for
proves
sure.
that Krogan are ready to return to the Citadel.
Okay, let's go see Miranda in the Spectre office. I want to go there anyway. Oops. How do I run again? Oh yeah, I hold A.
Good to see you're all right, Shepard.
Miranda, what's going on?
Couldn't meet in person. The Citadel is too dangerous right now. I heard about the attempted coup.
Yeah, with Kai Lang's help, Udina nearly seized control.
Kai Lang? That slippery bastard
Unfortunately.
still alive?
He's alive and right in the middle of all this.
That complicates things. I'll be on my guard. Look, I don't have much time, but I learned what happened to my sister.
Where is she?
I don't know that yet, but my father was definitely responsible. If he's done anything to her, I'll kill him.
Miranda.
Shepard, listen. I'm being hunted by Cerberus assassins. A lot of them. I need to stay out of sight.
What? Why?
I heard a rumor, maybe more, that my father is working on something for the Elusive Man. Something big.
Ties to Cerberus?
Why would your father be working with the Elusive Man? Especially now.
My father is ruthless about preserving his legacy.
Legacy?
He has an obsession with making his mark in history, ensuring his dynasty lasts forever.
And you think the Elusive Man made him an offer?
Exactly.
He has to be stopped.
Whatever's going on with your father can't be good. We have to figure this out.
I agree, but I need to do this myself. It's time I stopped running from him.
You're sure?
Yes. I can't think straight until I know Ori is safe.
Be careful.
I can't promise that, Shepard. Could you?
Touche.
No. I couldn't.
Din Korlak's current location is unknown. Biometric analysis does not detect him. The last known position was an office near the human embassy. Okay. He's got to be here somewhere. See, Din Korlak is a little Volus. See if I can find him.
No replacement has been selected for the position vacated by Counselor Danelle Udina, who died assisting Cerberus in an attempted coup against the Council.
Thank you again, Earth Clan. Our military strength is minimal, but we are proud to help as we can.
Was the Volus ambassador here earlier?
Yes, he was, Commander. I'll unlock the office when you're ready.
Krogan leader Erdnot Rex stated that his support of the Turians proves that the
I don't remember
to return to the Citadel.
what happens here, but
Reaper forces can
hold on one second. Okay. We're just gonna investigate him.
assault on Asari specs, claiming the Nimbus.
Play entry 1.
You've never been this uncooperative with us before, Ambassador.
That's because you were actually doing some good in the galaxy
Oh,
before.
snap.
Has that changed? How many colonies would be gone if we hadn't taken action against the Collectors?
Too many. But fighting the Alliance...
Must continue in order to end the war. We understand it took a lot for you to reach out to Cerberus, Ambassador Korlak. We ask that you trust us a little longer.
You people are monsters!
Ambassador, please.
Hundreds dead. Udina betraying the Council. I should have cut ties with you ages ago.
And what will that accomplish now? The risks you took by passing information to Cerberus. It's left you in an interesting position. If you sever contact, we can't protect you from the consequences.
I have no time for this.
We'll speak again. Have a good day, Ambassador Korlak.
Well, he doesn't seem like slime. It just seems like he made a mistake.
The Turians think I'm still working for Cerberus. They've put a price on my head. I can't go to CSEC, but Cerberus has plans. An entire Turian colony rests on my life. If anyone finds this, I hid a tracking receiver in the office suite beside the human embassies. And what are you...
Oh, he's dead.
Damn, Cerberus has them everywhere nowadays.
You're gonna go on about them all night.
Just get the car up here quick. Little bastard's even heavier than he looks.
Saeed?
Good old Zaid.
For security reasons, all wireless traffic in this area is monitored.
Aha.
How long till we killed Korlak?
Once the credits go through. Was beginning to think you weren't interested in the money.
I'm not. Because Korlak worked for Cerberus? What'd they do to you? None of your goddamn business. He waking up?
This is Commander Shepard. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Tell me where you are.
We're still near the Presidium. CSEC will check Selkish arms when they realize I'm missing. They won't give a damn when they realize you sold them out to Cerberus. Wait. Cerberus is planning to attack a colony that...
Stay calm. Help's coming.
Yeah, we're gonna go help him. Oh, hey, welcome to the stream, Jeff Rocks. Are you talking about the N7 sweatshirt?
Now arriving at Presidium Commons.
Saeed used to work for Cerberus. Ask him why he's here.
Why? Why go after your old employer, Zaid? How you know my name all of a sudden?
Good question.
Let's see now. Where are we going? Apartments 2. Okay. Oh, and her face too. Thank you. Thank you very much. This was actually the second Shepherd that I had ever made. And I got it so right, it's the one I've been using ever since.
Damn, wrong door. We need you alive to stop Cerberus.
Cerberus is after a Turian colony. Kill me, and they get it.
Drop my name.
Shepard's investigating. She's a recent acquaintance. How recent? Very. Shit. Alright, I'm listening.
Gotta get in there and help him.
Been a while, Zaid.
Shepard. Glad I wasn't just making an ass of myself over a hunch. Undisciplined bastards. This is what I get for signing up at the last minute.
Where's Korlak?
I'm here, Commander. You saved my life. I almost died because the Turians thought I was still with Cerberus.
Did those mercs hurt you?
I'm fine. They wanted me alive until the fees were delivered for my capture. They didn't care about what I had to say.
You kept mentioning a colony in your message.
Information on a Turian planet's defense system. They'll strike soon. But if I tell you which planet they're attacking, Cerberus will know I turned traitor.
Turn? You already betrayed your own people.
We saved your life. Tell us what planet you put in danger.
I can offer a bargain. The Volus bombing fleet. In tactical terms, it's worth far more than a colony.
Or you could give us both.
You can warn the Turians there'll be an attack, Commander. That should be general enough to ward off suspicion.
Let's see. You wish BioWare gave more selection on faces on both femme and male Shep. Yeah, me too. I mean, like, there's some places where you can find subtlety, but yeah, it was more like there were presets, and you could adjust little things, but not really. Like, I think there was more room for them to put, you know, sliders in that would more drastically change the type that you chose. I agree. I was happy with what I was able to get, but I can definitely see how people were not able to create what they were looking for sure. Let's see, and we're gonna go with the goody two-shoes answer. You're better than this, Din Korlak.
You tried to do the right thing before. It failed because you trusted the wrong people. Now here's your chance to make up for it. You're giving us Volus support, and you're going to help us make Cerberus pay for
Yeah, make him pay.
I can't.
You can.
Waste of everyone's time trying to appeal to a Volus' better nature, Shepard.
Aphis. The colony's name is Aphis. Cerberus wants its shipyards.
And the bombing fleet?
Yes, it's yours, Commander. I'll speak with Citadel Security about this incident. You have my thanks.
Took him long enough to spit that out.
Zaid, what are you doing here?
Later. C6 on their way. Won't be too pleased with the mess we left them. Catch up with me at the docks if you like.
Cool. Ooh, we got ourselves the Volus bombing fleet. Yeah. That'll help us out. Do a little quick save right here. At least allow mods for console and not just for the PC. Yeah, well, you know, the thing about that is there's a inherent, like, base level problem with allowing mods on console, which is that it opens the door for hacking that they don't want occurring on the console. And also, you know, kind of the walled garden safety thing is compromised by mods. However, what was I reading about? There's an existing game, I can't remember which one it is, where I was reading that they're going to allow approved mods. Like, they've taken what the PC side of this game did, and they're going to actually make it free, quote-unquote, DLC. And I could see, like, if a game was structured properly on console, how the door could be open for that to happen. Like, you want a face mod, there's like a face mod expansion that you download, and then you have more options. Who's my current romance partner? In this playthrough, I am romancing Liara for the very first time. And we can stop and talk about that for a moment here while I have some coffee. My original romance, and to this day my greatest romance, was this same shepherd with Caden. I know people don't like Caden, but he was sweet, and he was handsome, and the way that it plays out in the story, I very much liked. I liked the style of that romance, you know? And then I played Mass Effect Andromeda and really got intrigued by PB when I had originally been chasing... What's the guy's name? It's been a while. One of the other guys. And I full-on was just like, Screech! Put the brakes on and had to go romance PB. I was so intrigued. And kind of after that, after going down the Asari road in Andromeda, I had to come back and play the Liara romance. And I also have read a lot over the years that if you don't play the Liara romance, you're really missing out. Because it's the like, as it's written, the romance with Liara is the great multi-game spanning romance. So, I had to do it. You can understand about hacking, but they should include mods with the DLC. Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I think where we're at with software and, you know, basically the console OS on the Xbox being Windows. It's no different. It's just a special version. I think we're coming into a space where that's going to be more of a thing. I wish I could remember what game it was that I was reading about that was going to have approved mods as part of the console game. I can't for the life of me think of what it was. I'm going to have to Google it or something. But if that game can do it, I don't see why other games can't do it going forward. It seems like a lost opportunity. Even if they take, like, you know, 5 of the best mods and they charge you $4 or $5 for it. I would be okay with that. You know, if that $4 or $5 pays for the approval process and any, like, vetting and adjustment that has to happen for it to work on console, I would be okay with that. If it's a worthwhile mod, why not? A few bucks. And it supports that whole process, you know, happening.
Cerberus attempts to take control of the Citadel have failed, and C-Sec forces have killed the last invading forces.
Oh my gosh. Caden is who you romance, both female or male. I think this might be the first time I've ever come across another person who actually liked romancing Caden. But then I'm sure you, like, have picked up on what I did, that is actually, by the numbers, a really great romance. I think it is. I think it is. So let's go see the angry accountant at the bank. We're not going to talk to Liara until we're done with everyone else. I always save the sweetest, most tender morsel for last. I don't know, I thought Caden was cool. I have always had a very hard time understanding what it is that people don't like about Caden. I don't know. Where's the angry accountant at? Hopefully they include mods when they remaster the trilogy. Yeah. And that's the thing. You know, let's put on the brakes here for a second. That seems like the perfect opportunity to include some of these things that have happened as really solid mods, you know, on PC since the game has come out. That would be great fan service. And it would be a way to make it more than just, more than just another remaster. Not that I mind that at all with Mass Effect. Like, remaster away. Do it 10 different times over the years as technology improves. Hell, give it to me in VR and then give it to me in the holodeck when we finally have those things. You know what I mean? Let me be Shepard. That would be great. Yes, Citadel Defense Force. And creditos.
This
yeah.
is a priceless gift. Thank you. You may help my people remember themselves.
Kaidan is cute, sweet, and thoughtful. The ideal boyfriend. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how I felt. And it was a realistic romance, and it wasn't sappy, and it wasn't weird, and it wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, he treated Shep right. And he had this sense of honor, too. Like, he was into Shep, and he held back because he's like, no, like, we have to work together. We have a job to do. When you play that romance across 3 games, there's really this build-up to their main romantic encounter in 3 that it's like, this is really all possibly going to end. You know, we gotta quit being stupid and just be together. You know what I mean? And I like their dialogue at the very end of Mass Effect 3, before you kind of go into that final fight with the beacon and everything. It was just all really, really good. I love it all. I do. Okay, so we talked to the Volus guy. Who else is down here? Just Liara, right? Okay, who else can we talk to? There's Pactus, James Zaid, and Ashley down in the docks. We will go to Purgatory at the very end, because we're going to start Omega. Console is up in the hospital. Okay, well, I think we're going down to the docks next. Let's do it!
Spectre status recognized. Please select a destination.
Level D2, please. Second floor, hardware children's or ladies' lingerie. It's too bad I stumbled over my words on that one. It was so good. Oh well. If you know what I'm quoting, it gave you a laugh anyway, I'm sure.
Now arriving at Docking Bay E24, emergency civilian housing.
Okay. Let us see what is happening here. Now, who have we got where? The memorial wall. Ashley. And that's another thing, by the way. You know, we're sitting here talking about how much we like Kaidan. I figured to sell myself on romancing Liara, Kaidan had to not be in the picture. That, and I have never played this game that I have ever had Ashley along. She was always the one that died, and I just thought, well, I'm going for a completely different romance, and there's a lot of things about my play that's not going to change, because I'm still a Paragon, you know, I'm still being me, because that's what I like to do. But let's bring Ashley along. And then Kaidan's completely out of the picture, and it's not weird, right? Yes. That part where Kaidan says, don't leave me behind. Dude, that shot me, like, straight in the heart. I have never forgotten that part of the game. Not ever. Gets me every time. Ashley is cold and emotionless. Yeah, you know, Ashley has issues. I don't know if I entirely see her that way, but she's definitely, like, the career soldier family. And she's grown up with a lot of, not propaganda, but very specific ideas being beat into her. And then, you know, she's had to live with kind of that shame that's on her family as well, which I think is what, you know, what her coldness is about, is she's very, like, shut off. Because she doesn't trust people, because she thinks that they're gonna hate her when they find out who she is. You know what I mean? Like, it's this weird thing. Oh, yeah, you know what? It hurt me. It was very hard for me to make that decision. Like, if you go back to, back on my YouTube channel, which the link is on my page if you're interested, you go back in this playthrough and you go to that moment where I make the choice. I did hesitate for a little while, even though I knew what I wanted to do. It was really hard. and it sticks with me, and it kind of, in a role-playing sense, has given me this cool color to my shepherd that I'm playing now, because I'm with Liara and like I'm in love with her, and that's all great. But there's this lingering ghost of Caden because I really like him and he's gone. So it's lended this color of, damn it, why did Caden have to die? Like, to the whole thing. And it makes Ashley still being here just the tiniest little bit of a thorn, even though I do like her, just in, you know, a different way. But you know, life is like that too. It's like, why did you live? Why did he have to die? Why did you live? What, you know what I mean? It brings that flavor to the whole deal. All right, let's talk to her.
Commander, thanks for coming.
My condolences.
This must be really hard on your sister. I'm very sorry for her loss.
It's tough to see her go through this. Damn it. There I go again.
I hope Sarah can find some peace here.
I'm glad I can be here for her. She wanted me to say something about our family. Wanted Thomas to hear it.
You need to be strong for Sarah now.
You're right. I'm so proud of her. She's no career soldier, but there she is, coping with all this. Reminds me of Dad. Whatever was going on, he'd put a smile on his face for us.
Your family made you what you are.
He did his best with 4 daughters and a strong wife. He always said live fire exercises was good prep for facing his girly horde.
Your sister's waiting. You'll be fine.
Right. Here we go. Okay. Remember the trip to the beach the summer before I left for basic training?
Ooh, marksman unlocked, available in medbay. Even if you don't romance Caden, you wouldn't shoot him during the coup. Yeah, exactly. What? You know, if you're a bad Shep, that's the right move to make to show that you're so bad. But, like, any Paragon shepherd, you wouldn't shoot Caden. He's a good, honorable guy that, like, genuinely cares. Would never shoot him. That's a waste. That is a waste. Let's see, we're going to number 6, cargo hold B.
Hey there.
Oh, it's you, hi.
Your parents get here yet?
Nope. It's okay. I mean, they'll get here. They always keep their promises. And they... Next shuttle was probably just late or something. That's all.
I'm sure you're right. I look forward to meeting them.
Bless you, Turian officer, because they're probably dead, but comforting her was the right thing to do.
Cerberus forces have attacked civilians on Benning. The Alliance has deployed units to defend the refugees during evacuation.
No. Went to the wrong place again.
Control of the Citadel have failed, and CSEC forces have killed the last invading forces.
Here's Tactus.
I recognize you. You're Commander Shepard.
And you must be Tactus. Heard the refugees consider you their leader.
Yes, someone needs to sort out this mess. CSEC has tightened access to the Citadel, and we've got desperate people down here with no place to go.
I also hear you need basic medical supplies. Dr. Chakwas spoke of a mutually beneficial trade.
I tried to be clear. In my experience, the Alliance looks out for their own. Trust is a hard thing to come by these days. I know you need our military supplies, but they're worth far more than your basic meds. Her offer wasn't satisfactory.
This guy, does he work for Twitch? This Turian's wearing Twitch purple. Yeah, we're gonna use our persuasion. Do the right thing, Tactus.
Your people need our supplies, and my people need every edge we can get. Your combat-grade meds will make a difference. And our mission may just save everyone. Now's not the time for pettiness.
That's right, shame him, Shepard.
With our day-to-day worries, it's easy to forget we are all in this together. I'll have my people contact yours. You'll have your supplies as soon as possible.
Alright, +5 Paragon. And then what's our next stop? Bay 7 for James and Zaid. James in here like getting a tattoo or something. Yeah, let's talk to Zaid first.
What the hell you looking at? Nothing.
War asset acquired. Zaid Masani. Yeah. Welcome back, Jeffrox. Let's talk to James. Ooh, got his shirt off. Hello.
James?
Commander, what brings you down here?
I was about to ask you that.
Well, after our little chat, I made up my mind. I'm gonna join the N7 program.
And you're celebrating by getting a tattoo?
Sort of. See, there's no official channels to go through right now. So, I guess this is my way of making it official. Technically, I'm just an N7 recruit, but, you know, I figure with you as my training officer, how could I fail? Right?
Welcome to the program.
Well, they wouldn't ask you if they didn't think you could handle it.
Here's hoping.
But the real work starts now.
Uh-huh. I know it seems like I don't take things seriously, but when I commit to something, I fully commit.
Clearly.
Hey, I won't let you down.
Don't let yourself down, bro.
The only person you need to prove yourself to is the one standing in the mirror every morning.
Good point.
You know, that's gonna sting for a few days. You gonna be ready for duty?
Always. Hey, maybe we should get matching.
You want me to get an N7 tattoo?
N7? Sure. Or you could get my name done. Somewhere special.
You're such a tease, Vega.
Who, me?
You ever gonna make good on all this flirting?
I was just... I didn't mean to... You know, I was just...
That's what I thought. Later, Lieutenant.
Later.
So easy to push that button with James. Okay. So we visited them. Let's go see. Oh, we need to do the docking bay, I think. Yeah. We'll go up to the docking bay and do the good stuff. The Garrus part. You got back just in time, Jeffrox, for one of my favorite things, which is this next sequence with Garrus. Yeah, and, you know, a lot of people have commented on the fact that the FemShep doesn't get the equal treatment. I know that it has come out in years since that a lot of it was BioWare pulling back from the same-sex backlash. And then, you know, coming from the other side, there was the accusations of it's like, oh, well, it's okay for male Shep to sleep around, but FemShep can't. You know, like, and I see all sides of that, but For sure. And I wish there could have been more, although getting with Garrus, I understand, is kind of a problem because they have a different, like, amino acid structure. I mean, crap, for all I know, they give each other a rash. Not a great thought, but, you know, probably true. Yeah, same-sex romances, femshep, there's plenty. Exactly, and doesn't that... Let's take a step back then and say, doesn't that kind of show you? Male shep can get with a bunch of girls, right? And femshep, it's cool for femshep to be with guys or girls because girl on girl is totally cool, right? But it's just weird, like, overall that it's such an issue. You know? Yeah, or herpes, right? You're totally right. Oh my god. Yes, that's funny. And with male shep, same sex is limited. Yeah, and it's a good thing to point out. Like, it's good that we're pointing this out because there's a stigma with male that isn't shared with female. And like, that's what I'm always trying to say. What? I'm sorry about Nightbot deleting what you said because I allowed it. It wasn't because of that one comment. Yeah, I don't know why it says that you got timed out. I permitted the term you used, but then it says blacklisted spam. I don't know what that is, because I didn't see you spamming anything. So don't worry about it. I'm still playing around with those things, but as far as I'm concerned, Jeffrox, you didn't do anything wrong. I don't see what you did that it would have done that. Let's go into Nightbot and see. I can actually see what the bot was looking at in there. I like to go and check just because, you know, I like to be able to explain to you guys why something was banned if I agree with the ban, and then I can always lift the restriction otherwise. Oh, I know why. Okay, I will explain it to you. So, because I stream by myself right now, and I don't have mods to watch all the time, the filter's set a little strict, and I think it's because you said the words bi and gay, and they're banned so that people can't use them in the negative. So, I apologize for that. I'll read your comment. They made Caden bi, and then in Mass Effect 3, the first openly gay romanceable character is only Steve Cortez. Yeah, it's totally uneven. Like, it seems to fluctuate kind of with... It's interesting, really. It kind of fluctuates with what was happening at the time with the whole, like... what was acceptable. Like, as we were going through that whole transition to being more accepting of those sexual orientations. I won't even say lifestyles because I do not agree with using that word. Lifestyle connotates some kind of choice that you can control. Orientation is who you are. You know what I mean? So anyway, I apologize for that, but I read your comment. Did you make another comment that got blocked? For crying out loud. I guess I'm gonna have to go in and be not using the auto filter. That's silly. Nightbot, you're being too much. You're being too much of the sheriff, Nightbot. You don't repost your comment, Jeff Rocks, because I can't turn that off right now. And I don't want something to happen to you because of Nightbot, but I saw what you originally said, so it's all good. Where are we going? Where the debacle with Nightbot started here?
Recognized. Please select a destination.
Docking Bay.
One moment, please. Now arriving at Docking Bay D-24.
Shepard, if you're feeling up to it, I thought we could do something fun.
Absolutely, Garrus. Let me go talk to that soldier, and I will be right back.
Have you discovered a way to run FTL spaceships without an EZO core, Private Chalavi? No, ma'am. Then consider this a serious assignment. Intel's expected.
Where's the soldier at?
Cerberus?
Forces were able to evacuate all students.
I thought we were fighting Reapers, ma'am. Give it a week. You could be.
Ah, here he is.
I recovered Prothean data drives from Garba.
Alliance Engineering Corps.
Commander Shepard.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
I'm
credits.
Sure
Making it rain.
Any operation we have going.
Take a minute to look at that filter and see if I can't do something about that. It's just, I've had people come into the channel, and I don't know how to adjust that for context. Like, abuse one of those words. That's what the issue is. Maybe I can make you, trusted. How do I do that? Dang, there's not a way for me to adjust that. Not right now, anyway. Okay, well, I'll have to go in there and dig a little deeper on the strictness of the filter, then. Poop. You're having such a great conversation, too, that kind of gets in the way. Alright, let's go hit up Garrus for one of the best sequences in the whole game series.
Just let me know when you're ready to take a break.
I am, Garrus. Let's go have some fun.
Shepard, glad you came.
What'd you have in mind?
Something that doesn't involve fighting Reapers.
Like alcohol?
I don't think they've conquered the bar yet.
I already scoped it out. But then I thought, if this was my last day alive, I'd actually like to remember it.
So?
So, I had an idea.
Where are we going?
Somewhere we're not supposed to.
Some things never change, do they?
Ever have that one thing you always wanted to do before you died, Shepard?
Too busy trying to live. What's yours?
The whole time I worked at CSEC, I'd stare up at the top of the Presidium and say to myself, I want to go up there. But I never did. There were 137 regulations telling me I couldn't.
So you got them changed?
No. Now I just...
That's right, Garrus. We don't give a damn.
Figured it's time to do something stupid just for the hell of it. Might be the last chance we ever get. A little busier than I imagined.
How about a dive in the pool?
You obviously haven't seen Turians swim. It's a lot of flailing and splashing interrupted by occasional bouts of drowning.
Yeah, you're right. I just have to save your ass again.
It'd make up for all the times I pulled your ass out of the fire. Noveria, Pharos, Ilos. We've had a hell of a ride, haven't we, Shepard?
You're a good friend, Garrus.
Times like these, you know who your real friends are. They're not the ones running around looking for an escape route. They're the ones who stand at your side through the worst of it. Who never give up on you. I'm lucky I can say I know someone like that.
So am I. You're not going to propose marriage now, are you? Now, before we head back, there is one thing we're going to settle. Once and for all. I'm not saying you don't know how to handle a gun, just saying some of us know how
Make
to
it dance, you say?
So, let's find out who's really the best shot.
There are a few people in the galaxy who've seen me in action, Garrus. They seemed impressed.
Yeah, but I've actually seen you dance, Shepard.
Oh, that was a low blow.
Alright, Vicarian, you're going
That was a low blow.
And don't worry, I loaded it with practice slugs for when you miss. That was an easy one. Build up your confidence. Long range, I wrote the book. Nobody alive can do this, not even Commander Shepard. Give me a tough one. I said a tough one.
Step aside.
I can never bear to bruise his ego on this one. I mean, hey, it's enough for me to know that I'm the best, and I'll just miss on purpose and spare him.
Do it.
I'm Garrus Vicarian, and this is now my favorite spot on the Citadel.
It's windy up here.
Think I'm going to erect a monument right here. Bronze this gun so the whole galaxy knows.
That you're the king of the bottle shooters. Glad you're around, Garrus. Never know when the bottles might revolt.
Oh, Garrus, I love you, bro. We've been through it all together, my friend. All. Okay, let's see. Where are we going now? I think it's time to go see Liara. Yep, Presidium Commons time, my friends.
Spectre status recognized. Please select a destination. One moment, please. Now arriving at Presidium Commons.
Was she down here? Yes, she is. I'm curious how this is going to be different. Oh wait, that's not Liara. Whoops. That's where I would meet Caden if he wasn't dead.
Her name is Tasha Poray. Of course. P-O-R-A-E. No,
Oh boy.
I have an
The bad
audio log
news.
for you.
For me? Where did this come? Oh no. Oh, Tasha. Thank you for bringing this back. At least I know what happened.
Oh man. Major bummer. Let's see, is there anything to buy that we want to buy?
Welcome to Casa Fabrication Weaponry.
Nope.
Casa Fabrication Weaponry hasn't forgotten Earth.
Neither should you. Would you like to know more?
Welcome to Nosastra Sporting Goods. Thank you for shopping at Nosastra Sporting Goods. Welcome to Agor Munitions.
Remember, all purchases made by Agor Munitions will show in your credit report as welcome to Sippertine Armory.
We appreciate your visit.
Alright, let's talk to her, guys.
You sure you don't want to do something a little more exciting?
I love this part of the Presidium. It reminds me of where I grew up.
Where's that?
Armali, back on Thessia. My mother and I lived beside a park. I spent hours there.
Doing what?
Reading, exploring, getting in trouble digging for ruins in the grass.
You're kidding.
I was very young.
Kids are kind of cute.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cute.
No one else thought it was funny. Oh, the lecture my mother gave me. But she did buy me my first history book the next day. I miss her, Shepard.
Tell me more about her.
What was she like?
She was confident and kind. She loved to wear yellow. I thought she was the most beautiful woman in the world.
You'll be okay, Liara.
Maybe you're right. Thank you, Shepard. I feel better. I wish we could spend more time together like this. Just friends.
I want more than just friends. And are we really going to go for that term considering what happened in the last 2 games?
Friends doesn't cut it for me anymore, Liara.
Well, that sounds serious.
I am serious. Whatever happens, I'd like to spend my life with you.
Then you're extremely lucky that I feel that way too.
I know.
Aww. You are enjoying that chat. Yeah, me too. And you know, isn't it a shame that some bad people ruin our ability to enjoy things like that? But that's okay. One thing you love about this series and the romance options is that they don't make a big deal about gender or race. You know, exactly. It is very Star Trek in that way. In Mass Effect, people are just people. People are people, love is love, and that's what I believe in. You know? The world could always use a lot more love in it. So, who cares? It doesn't matter. Is there another conversation with her? Her name didn't disappear. No.
Hello, Shepard.
Whoops, wrong button. We'll just save there. We've started down the true romance path now, baby. I said I want to be more than friends. Although we've gone the more than friends route at least 2 times that we can prove. She was just holding back because she was afraid of what I would say after everything that's happened. Come on, Liara, don't be silly. No, I love you. In a way, this should be the big staple of what the future is going to be. In 2019, there are still people who are still hung up on gender and interracial relationships. Yeah, and it's lame. It's really lame. Like I said, people are people, love is love. Get over yourself. You know? It's fine whatever your preference is or what you think is cool and not cool, but nobody would choose to go against the norms of society. Like, you are who you are. And asking somebody to be anything else is sentencing them to an eternity of living a lie, which is probably the worst thing you could do to anybody. Never mind denying them happiness, which is terrible. So, someday when we're done fighting this stupid fight about gender and race, it can be like this, and I hope that that's something that I live to see. For sure. With you 100%. Okay, so that's done, that's done. It looks like it is time for us to go to Purgatory.
The clutch is stabilized? Really? That is wonderful news, my sister. You wish to name the first hatched after the one who helped us? I think that's a wonderful idea.
Was I able to play Andromeda through to the end? You stopped for a while, but you play it in small amounts. Yeah. You know, for me, the things that made Andromeda different didn't turn me off. Because I didn't go into it expecting more of this. I mean, all along, BioWare said that it was going to be that universe, but something different. And I really very much like this idea, you know, never mind how far in the future it was, but of being in a whole different galaxy and, like, you have to make a place for yourself. You're really out there in the unknown. I think it appealed to the Star Trek fan in me, if you want me to be honest. And the way that I played my Ryder character and went through everything, I really loved. I can see how people have a hard time sticking with it, though, because the one thing that bugged me, and this might be what's bugging you, is it was too long between the main story beats. There was too much fetchy questing, because, like, as much time as we're spending right now kind of going around to all this stuff, it took literally 3 or 4 times longer in Andromeda. And you had to do some of those things to progress. Really, that was probably the biggest mistake, and the only mistake that bothered me. I didn't pay much attention to the negative stuff, and I didn't go into it with any weird expectations. I just went into it saying I'm gonna take it for what it is and really enjoy it, and I got hooked because I wanted to see where it was gonna go, and I really liked my Ryder character a lot, and it really upsets me that we will probably not go back to that place and do more. Just because of the stupid way that it went down and the bad rap that it got. That was really very, very unfair. That was a vocal minority making a lot of noise over a product that wasn't even finished. I mean, the game was updated immediately, and probably 95% of all those problems were fixed, and it just never recovered. Most people's negative reaction was about the expressionless face. Yeah, and like I said, it was stupid because it was fixed on launch day. On launch day, it wasn't like that anymore. And then they updated it a bunch more, and it got even better, and it doesn't matter. Like, it was a vocal minority picking over something really stupid that ended up gaining a lot of momentum and completely ruining any chance that game had. But the core problem, and I'll just come right out and say this, I've never liked EA. I didn't feel good about BioWare going with EA. And after this whole thing that happened with Andromeda, I have this really special burning hatred for EA that's like brighter and hotter than the sun, because it's their tactics and their practices and giving Andromeda to a studio that had already messed up once before and didn't have a lot of experience, and basically rushing the game and just throwing it out there anyway and hoping for a cash grab. You know? And in spite of all of that stuff that happened, that game is still good. I think it's good, and I do think it's a good Mass Effect game, because it has nothing to do with the style of this game, except in gameplay. It's a different thing in the same universe, and there's nothing wrong with that. You did enjoy the combat and the graphics. This is another reason sometimes social media has its downside, because the leaks and the preview, someone is going to comment negative things before it gets launched. Yeah, and then it snowballs because of the nature of social media and how big a jerks people can be. And, flip side, it can be a force for good, like what happened with Star Wars Battlefront 2. I mean, we took EA to task and we were like, hell no. And mobilized our forces, you know? So that's a real interesting one side and then another of kind of a similar situation. Yeah, EA is greedy and they don't care. And I'm incredibly pleased, while we're kind of on this subject of developers and publishers that I hate, that Bungie has divorced Activision. I think they've been wanting to get away from them since they made the first Destiny, and they gathered all the ammunition that they could ever need with everything that happened with Destiny 2 to say, bye, we don't want you. You're actually harming our livelihood. And our player base doesn't like you. Goodbye, we're Bungie, we don't need you. I thought that was beautiful. Anyway. Moving on. Whoops, I keep trying to sprint. Jeff Rocks, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. It's been a pleasure having you here so far. I hope it's not the last time. You hope that people have the logical sense to not follow the lemmings. Well, and I mean, isn't that the problem, Jeff Rocks? That people don't think for themselves anymore, and they're not taught to think for themselves anymore? You know? Isn't that kind of how the United States has landed in this quagmire that it's in right now? I think so. I won't talk any specific politics on that note, because it's against my policy, but I just am making an analogous point here. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. People see what they want to see, and they follow blindly a lot, and you manipulate people the right way, they'll believe anything. And they don't think for themselves, so they don't see the signs and think their way out of it, you know? It's like one person's opinion all of a sudden blankets everyone else's and they just go along with it. Yes, that's exactly right.
They don't skip on plating either. I love it.
Sounds like you want to get back out there to try it out.
You know, a little. Can't wait to show it off to the team. Maybe I can take point more often now.
Okay. We'll go talk to everybody, and then before we go off to Omega, I'm just going to take a really short break, but we'll finish up inside the club here first. Ooh, this music sounds really good in my Astro headset.
Hey, Commander. I was just about to get us another round.
Joker, my bro.
So, looks like you two are having fun. Yes. Joker has been smiling and laughing at a significantly higher rate since he and I agreed upon a relationship. I mean, he is happy.
Good for you.
It seemed like you two might make a good match. I was not so certain. When I first presented his body to Jeff, he seemed aloof. Really? What did Joker say? He said I didn't have to conform to some feminine ideal in order to impress him. I then called him on his bullshit, and we then proceeded.
Edie.
After your encouragement, his attitude exhibited signs of change. He said he was reluctant, but you convinced him to go for it.
I did what I could.
I might have helped a little. I see. Thank you for your support, Shepard. This is proving to be an illuminating experience.
Thank God you didn't hear about the Mass Effect trilogy until later. You saw the trailers in the past, but never really followed through. Mainly because you didn't want any outside negative influence, and you know what? That was super smart. Wait until the hype died down and started playing it. Yeah, and you know what? That's super smart. Knowing kind of the rumblings that were out there, like, you just left it alone. You kind of did what I did going into Andromeda. You were just like, I'm not going to listen to much except anything that might be important, you know, technologically, or that's, like, really a problem. And I'm just going to play this stuff and make my own decision. Think for yourself. That's pretty smart. That's the first time you heard Edie use a curse word. I know. And I love it because she's like, I then called him on his bullshit and we proceeded to talk normally. Like, Edie is so funny. Oh, I love her to death. I love Edie. That's how you've always been whenever something new is about to happen. You don't follow the trend of the hype. And you wait out a few years until I jump on the bandwagon. Exactly. And you know what? You can wait a few years or not. But the really important part there is that you just don't follow the trend of the hype. And it's not even a spoiler thing for me. I specifically kind of stay in a mostly blacked out state when a game is about to come out. Because I just want to do my thing and not have my perceptions of it colored, like you're saying. I will listen to kind of the main thing, like, did it get a 10 out of 10 or did it get a 2 out of 10 from IGN? Like, is there actually something wrong with this game that's gonna make it broken or not enjoyable? Other than that, I don't really care. I've liked a lot of games that people are kind of about, that are actually good if they could just, you know, see past the end of their own nose about the thing and be open to the experience. We're all here to have fun, aren't we? Why so serious? People do it with movies and stuff too, like all the time. It drives me really crazy. It's nice to meet another person that's just not on that hype train all the time, you know?
The banner of the 1st Regiment. That should put some steel in their spine.
Who else is here? Let's see. I already did that. Okay. Now I'm going to take just a quick break here. We're going to put Shep on the dance floor. Oh.
I know a guy in customs. Crates of Metagel from weeks ago are still sitting on the dock. My friend finds us a few loose crates. You bring in your ship, we split it 50-50. What do you say?
I should slit your goddamn
Wow,
throat.
okay.
What?
Good for you, honey. Where's the thing to dance? Here we go. We're gonna dance. Commence Shepherd Shuffle in 3, 2, 1. Whew, getting wild. Okay, there's so many games you haven't played and you're shopping around for something new. Yes, something released in the last 6 years. And there's so much, believe me, my backlog is enormous. Partly because I like to replay things like this that take forever and I have a busy life and a day job, you know what I mean? You're new to gaming and I realized I prefer third person. Yeah, before I go to break, I'll comment on that. I'm kind of split in that because I remember, you know, I grew up learning to play on Nintendo and Genesis and stuff where you didn't have analog sticks. Like, first person was not a thing. Only on PC. And getting a PlayStation and really struggling with first person. And the best advice I can give anyone, and you're already doing it, is play stuff that's third person. Because it is exactly the same. You will learn how to use the sticks. You will get comfortable with all the movement and all the stuff. But when it comes to third person, in a game like this in particular, you get the fun of being able to see your character. You know what I mean? Like, when I'm playing Destiny, it's fun when I whoop out a sword or another weapon that puts me in third person and I can see my outfit and all the cool stuff that's going on. You know, it's a treat. So, absolutely, like, first person only is not my deal. It has its place in my life, mostly Destiny and Halo, a little bit of Overwatch. But everything else, third person, when it comes to a story game, I really like third person a lot. I definitely can agree with you on that. 80s gamer Nintendo all the way. Now, my funny story is that I never had a Nintendo. The first Nintendo, like, proper TV console I've ever owned is the Switch. Didn't have any of the others. I had my Game Boy, right? Portable. I had a Game Boy. And then I got a Genesis. And after my Genesis, I got a PlayStation. So that was my early years. Yeah, wow, indeed. And so I didn't get a Nintendo Classic, the NES Classic, but I do have access to all those classic games that Nintendo has put on the Switch service if you pay for the Nintendo Online, which I do. So I have those, and they're adding more all the time. And I bought an SNES Classic, which I love. So I remember playing some of those games with my friends, but I never owned them. So that's really been a treat. Been a super huge treat, and I love my Switch. My Switch is amazing. If you don't have one, you should get one. Absolutely. You were a trend behind. Yeah, exactly. And I got my SNES kind of late too. Like, they did a new run, and I got one. And then they did this latest one, which they've announced is going to be the last one. So I was late too. I decided I didn't want an NES Classic because there wasn't enough on there that I really wanted to play. And it's ended up okay because they're putting it all on the service anyway. So. You're still playing NES Classic games? Dude, get with the times. Hey, you know what, dudes? Why don't you become real gamers and appreciate how good that stuff was, even though you only used a D-pad and freaking 2 buttons? How about that? You know what I'm saying? Those games still hold up when they had, like, relatively speaking, nothing to work with. How can you not love them? Okay. I'm gonna take a break, get a snack, stretch, use the little streamer's room, and I will be back. I'm not even gonna put my Be Right Back screen on. I'm just gonna leave you with this lovely view of Purgatory. Be right back. Okay, everybody, we are back. Took a nice little break. Got a nice stretch. Got myself a top off on my coffee. And we are ready to dive in to the Omega DLC after I do a quick check here to make sure we turned in everything we're supposed to do. Let's see. Did that. Trying to remember where I go for that. Is that Dock 42? Sheesh, I can't rightly remember. Might have to look that up real quick. I think I start it... Don't I start it by talking to her? Just go over and talk to her. I can't remember. So terrible. I was really chugging along playing this game. And then I had to stop for a little while.
I recovered some texts from a library.
Ooh, a sorry 6th Fleet.
I've been waiting for you at Bay D24.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, damn. It couldn't hurt.
You're welcome. You are welcome. And let's go ahead and do a save here in case we mess up. A proper save. There we go.
Look who's here. The Blue Suns, Blood Pack, and Eclipse are in my pocket. I'll send them to war when you're ready for them. Is there anything on your mind? We'll talk later.
Okay, so I don't initiate it here. We'll go back out to the elevator then.
Spectre status
No.
recognized. Please select a destination.
I think I have to return to the Normandy, don't I? Gosh, I can never remember what to do here. I go here, not the elevator. And I have to return to the Normandy, right? I think so. We'll just go with that. If I have to look it up, I have to look it up. That's cool.
Dr. Chakwas sent word that she'd like to speak with you down in the medbay.
Okay. I will go talk to her in the medbay then. Get that memorial wall. Or Talitha got killed. Thane. Morden Solus. Caden Alenko. I really hate that they're not here. Morden was a tough one for me, for sure. But he died making right a wrong that he really regretted, you know?
You always pull through, Commander. We've received the supplies from Tactus.
Everything good?
Indeed. We've acquired some very useful equipment. As such, I've been able to enhance the effectiveness of our Medigel delivery systems. I've also collated information that Liara may find of interest. Check with Glyph.
Well, thanks, Doc. Gotta love that Medigel efficiency increase.
Have we heard from Agent DeTrace yet?
She has not reported in for over 8 hours, Doctor.
She was stationed on Valchir when the Reapers invaded. I think we can assume what happened. Inform Agent Calamus he's now in charge of reporting Reaper activity past the Loas relay.
Ah, that's tough. That is tough. We'll do a power damage bonus. We like to hit as hard as we can. Put them in a body bag. And we're going to use the med bay to improve our health because I don't want to heal anything. Look at that, man. We got lots of good +5s going on. Recent purchases by Zaid Masani. More clips, Medigel. Gonna use that M451 Firestorm. Weapon repair kit. Triple distilled 45-year-old Scotch whiskey. Man after my own heart. And parts for his old Avenger rifle.
Poor Rila. But I'm glad she set off that bomb, Shepard.
You're not upset the monastery was destroyed?
No, not after what I saw. I don't care that they were Ardat Yakshi. To be turned into such creatures, nobody deserves that. It's good to see you.
She's right.
Greetings, Commander.
Hi, Glyph. I guess we better go around and talk to everybody and make sure everything's on the up and up here. Okay, so Garrus isn't hanging out in there. He's not calibrating. Garrus, are you feeling okay that you're not calibrating? I don't know how I feel about that. Something's not right.
Everybody was fighting the Rachni, trying to push them back through the relay. Finally, the Krogan were turned loose and stopped them.
I see.
But when the Krogan rebelled, we had to deploy the genophage to stop them. Wasn't the only rebellion. 1,000 years later, the Geth revolted against the Quarians. That was a whole other war. Then along came the humans. My own people tangled with them for a while, and now, to top it all off, we've got the Reapers. What about you?
The Ouroboros fought the Densorim. The Endoromai conquered the Vandomar, and the Jatil turned against the Jah.
So, I guess nobody really ever gets their act together.
The Sinreal claimed to have found the path to eternal peace.
What happened?
The Ditaka preferred war and wiped them out.
I hope you guys had alcohol.
You'd like Garrus to be your Siri voice? Wouldn't that be freaking awesome? Hey, Garrus has been my faithful companion all through these games. Why not make him my phone assistant? My everyday faithful companion.
Some of the crew seem shocked by the monstrosities we have encountered. They haven't seen what the Reapers could corrupt after 100 years. That was our war. Every battle conjured a new nightmare.
Every morning he gives you the weather. Hell yeah!
This human holds such childish views of war. Your species has much to learn. Commander.
God, Javik is such a ray of sunshine, isn't he?
Samara's the kind of soldier we need in this war. Nothing gets in her way. I just hope I'm not in her way someday. That woman means business. Now it's a mutated Asari. The Reapers are just a giant nightmare factory that never ends. I can only imagine what the Reapers are doing to the Drell, or the Hanar, or the Vorcha. This could get a lot worse before it gets better. Maybe later. It's a brilliant tactic, when you think about it.
But it's evil.
When has that ever mattered in war?
Yeah, but converting other life forms into Reapers? I can't wrap my head around that.
Makes sense to me. It ensures you never run out of cannon fodder, eliminates any local resistance, and for every soldier you add, your enemy loses two, the one you converted, and his buddy on the other side who can't pull the trigger on a friend.
You sound like you admire them.
Same way I admire a virus or a thresher maw. They've adapted perfectly to their situation.
But the Reapers want to destroy us.
And I have no intention of letting them. But if you don't respect your enemy's capabilities, you're in for one nasty surprise after another.
He's right.
Maybe later.
Kasumi romance, yeah. You know, that's not the first time I've heard that from somebody. And I've often thought that myself, because I really like Kasumi, like, I like her style. So that would be a lot of fun.
Hey, Commander. I dug out some letters my youngest sister wrote when she was in high school. She was having a hard time. Teen drama and all that. Just needed her big sis. I guess with everything that happened down there, I just wanted to read them again.
See, Ashley's not heartless. She desperately loves her family and has been the one to take care of her sisters. I think circumstances have just made her seem a little callous, but only in that she's protecting herself.
You sure make some unusual friends, Shepard. That is not a side of the Asari I ever want to see. Shepard?
Okay. Let's go on down to the bottom floor and talk to everybody down there.
I've always loved the M35 Mako. It's got heart, you know?
Oh, come on. The M44 Hammerhead is vastly superior.
Come on, that thing's made of tissue paper. At least the Mako can take a few hits.
I'd hope so. That thing handles like a drunk rhino. No agility whatsoever.
More like a bull that can climb and climb for days.
It only climbs because of its stupid, vertically aligned Mass Effect fields. Jump or stick. No speed. No lateral movement.
Hey, with a cannon like that, who needs to move?
This is so clever.
Why don't you just stick with the old M29 Grizzly?
Hey, I love that tank.
You would be one to love grizzly bears, Mr. Vega.
What? What's so funny?
I gotta say, to your comment there, that's one of the reasons why I feel like I need to do a male Shep playthrough next time. Because I would like to romance Ashley and actually see what happens. I just want to see it, you know?
The next time you blow up a monastery, let me know you've left the premises, okay? I worry.
Sorry, Steve.
Reviewing our maintenance schedules one more time. Good to see you.
Fine, brush me off. Hi, puppy.
Hey there.
Okay, he didn't want to talk. Oops, keep trying to sprint. Curse you, Destiny! Okay, we know Javik's not in there because he's over hanging out with Garrus. Porter lady is in here. What does she want?
So, are you doing a story on the Asari who were turned into Reaper creatures?
The Ardat Yakshi? No.
I think that story would be perfect for you. The hidden dark side of the most beautiful race in the galaxy.
We have
have a huge Asari audience. If I do that story, I could lose them.
That seems a bit like pandering.
Ever seen how fast an e-democracy can abandon its allies?
No.
If I do my job, you won't.
A friend told you about Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. You know, I didn't play it, but I believe that that's the right thing. That it's mostly a first-person game, except in cover mechanics. I believe that's correct. You know, if you've been playing third-person for a while, you're gonna get the hang of first-person very quickly. And it is a game that's worth playing. So maybe what my advice would be is if you can get it cheap, go for it, because then if you don't like it, you haven't lost much. But you should probably play it. If you like Mass Effect, it's a game that you would enjoy, I think.
I talked with Williams. Between the 212, Horizon, and the Council's other guards, it's like death just follows her around. Do we need to talk, Commander?
Not right now, Allers. Let me know when you do.
You wish. Anyway. Been hitting on me since you came on board my ship.
Nothing to report, Commander.
Commander.
Nothing to report.
Okay, cool. Go down the stairs and make sure everything's copacetic down here. Oh, nothing going on. I always get turned around after coming up those stupid stairs. Okay, well, I guess it's back to the CIC. Donnelly is also cute with the Irish accent. Yeah. And isn't their relationship fun? Like, if they both make it through Mass Effect 2? Yeah. I did meet with her on the Citadel. Crap, did I mess that up? Probably.
Commander?
No, I couldn't have messed it up because I had the message. I had the email before I went and talked to her, so... The game's being dumb. Of course. Liara wants to see me again. Eyebrow waggle.
Cerberus is gonna have a hard time recruiting now. Glad you talked Samara down.
I never thought I'd see her flinch from her duty.
I don't know. On one hand, that code's all she's had to live by for, God, centuries. And the galaxy goes to hell. The old rules don't cut it anymore. I mean, we're cutting some corners, right?
A few.
Well, the Alliance can always court-martial us after we save the galaxy. Commander?
What are you doing, Edie?
Monitoring reports of proton storms and other space weather. With the Reapers attacking the comm buoy systems, critical warnings may be lost.
How bad are these storms?
If we are warned, not bad. If we're not warned, very bad. Hello, Shepard.
New info about what happened after the war on the Reapers and who else survived. Liara would be alive. Yeah, well, and that's both the interesting and the hard thing. You know, it's kind of good because it completely divorces you from everything in a practical sense and in a, you know, a storytelling sense. And I do like the, you know, if you bother to do that side quest where you get all of Liara's journals and all that stuff, you really get that sense of foreboding about something was coming, but there wasn't a lot of information and the colony ship left. I'm pretty sure that the mysterious donor was the elusive man, although we never do find out for sure. But it sure seems like it, doesn't it? Yeah. But, you know, they couldn't tell us about what happened without either making one outcome canon, which I know BioWare was kind of hesitant to do at the time. Or, you know, yeah, really, that's the thing. It's not even an either or. They would have had to choose what actually happened, or they would have had to access your save, which was also something they didn't want to do. That's what my point was. That was the other side. So, I mean, if you played Mass Effect 3, you know what happened, kinda. But not really. Yeah. Some kind of closure that the Milky Way are okay. Well, and again, you have to remember, let's look at possibilities here. The good endings are, I mean, all the endings are more or less the same, but the good endings kind of all have the same result. Like, everybody's more or less okay. Whichever one you choose. And you can have that synthesis ending, which gets a lot more complicated. Kind of neat, but a lot more complicated. And in that scenario, Shepard's dead. Spoiler alert, by the way, for anybody watching that hasn't finished. Sorry about that. What is it? The red ending, where you blow up the thing. That's the one I chose. So my Shepard's alive in that wreckage. I made it out. And then, there's the Control ending, which is not really that great. Good or bad version. And, I mean, I guess everybody's still okay. It's just weird. And then there's the F all, I'm not going to do anything, and the Reapers win. So, let's see. If you play the remaster, it'll bring your decisions over to... Yeah, to Andromeda. See, that's something they could do now after the fact, maybe. Although, the problem is... Andromeda wasn't designed to import that information. And Andromeda is an Xbox One title, which presents more issues. What? No Halo? There will be Halo soon, Godzilla Todd, my friend. Welcome to the stream, sir. Probably when I finish this game, I'm going to be diving into Halo 4, and I have kind of a special visual surprise to go with that playthrough when I do it. Gosh, I only played that game once, and I'm pretty excited to play it again with kind of a fresh perspective now that we're so many years down the road. Jeff Rock's Andromeda would get more interesting for people to replay it. Yeah, I think it's something that would be awesome, but for it to happen the way we're talking about, probably the best way. It's a technological hurdle. But, I mean, they could have you just say, which ending did you choose? And then you just go from there. It wouldn't have all the nuance, but the ending. Godzilla, no Beyonce. Ain't doing it. That would be easier. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the only way I could imagine that being a thing. And, again, it requires Andromeda being revisited. Which... I think there's probably a snowball's chance in hell on a good day of that happening, which is very unfortunate, because I like that game. Fight me. Let's go and talk to Trainer and make sure she doesn't have anything new to say. And yes, Godzilla, I know that it's Friday, Fraggin' Friday. I have this little problem in my life now called Destiny, where my Friday nights are full with my clan. But I gotta try to join you guys. I feel so bad and my life has been just bonkers on Fridays. Godzilla, do you have Destiny 2? I'm trying to remember. Are you playing? Do you know 2 or 3 other people that play that might want to join us for a raid? Oh, you're going to be on MCC? Okay, good, because I'm updated. Absolutely, Mass Effect should be remastered, but I very much doubt they could do it in Frostbite. If I remember, that's part of the problem with Andromeda in the first place, is forcing that gameplay into Frostbite, which is not really meant to build this kind of game. There's a lot of weird stuff there. Gosh, I feel bad, like, just saying this stuff out loud. It just keeps shooting it down, but those are kind of the realities. You're playing MCC on PC, or are you playing Destiny on PC? So confused. Either way, I have neither on PC. Damn you. Destiny. You don't have Destiny 2 on Xbox, Godzilla? Not at all? Poop. I'm never gonna find a raid team. No, Jeff Rock's Destiny is not third person. It is a looter shooter, FPS. Lots of fun, though. If it's the only FPS you can get into, it is a lot of fun. Look it up. There's a bunch of it on my channel, my YouTube channel, and there's a lot of stuff out there to check out. Well, Godzilla, if you know anybody that's playing Destiny 2 on Xbox, I'm looking for 2 or 3 people to help me do raids. Haven't done Leviathan, haven't done Last Wish, haven't done Scourge of the Past. Can never get anything going with randos. Just the base game on console, huh? Okay. Maybe someday I'll do a raid. Someday. Alright, trainer, what have you got to say? Nothing! She's blowing me off! Okay, well, in that case... Oh, wait, whoa, why is this guy standing here? Let's click on him. Oh. He's just gonna salute Commander Shepard. Okay. Well, let's hop into Chrome here. And double check the start of the Omega DLC. Mass Effect 3 Omega DLC start. Email invite from Arya. Yes, I know. You'll see 2 docking choices. Still doesn't tell me exactly the name of it, and I get nervous about these things. Oh, it is the Dock 42 option. Okay, that's what I thought, but I'm just making sure because I just don't have time to go back and undo mistakes, man. I just don't. Okay. Docking Bay 42 it is. Let's do a proper save before we move on.